Hi everybody. When I walked in the house this afternoon, my wife was holding a tape measure. Normally that's a sign that I need to turn around and walk back out, but it was a pretty crappy day and she saw me before I could do that. So I had to listen to her ideas. And actually it turned out pretty good. Something I was unexpected. So you can see the Chillicothe layout behind me. So when I got back into N-Scale, I guess it was 2018, sort of negotiated the spot above her piano for the switching layout. Got it pretty close to being done. We have another bedroom that we use sort of as an office. It's a little bit bigger than this one. So I sort of came up with the idea, I said, well, why don't I build another layout here in this other bedroom, build it a little bit bigger. And when I'm done, or it's operational, I'll take the Chillicothe layout down and I'll just scrap it. And thankfully, she said, well, I hate to see you do that. Chillicothe layout looks really good. So why don't you just keep it and build the other layout in the other room? So that's what I did. That's why I'm building Oak Hill. When I came home today, this is actually her art studio for the most part, and she's been sharing the space with me. Well, when I came home today, she was in here measuring and cleaning, organizing after Christmas, and she said, I've been measuring and I think that the Chillicothe layout would fit in that bedroom so you could have both layouts in the same room. And I thought, well, in a lot of ways that would be beneficial. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of work to move them, but you know, it'd be nice to have both of them in the same room, to be honest with you. And possibly I could even connect them. So I'm going to go in the other room now, and I'm going to sort of show you what I've been toying with all afternoon. That's how to... So we're in the bedroom, and this is Oak Hill. To my left is a wall with a window. That's no possibility there. You can see the staging yard which is the north end staging yard right now, curving onto the bookshelf. And on top of the file cabinet is the south end staging yard. So the easiest thing for me to do, and this is her idea, is to put the Chillicothe layout there. But I'm not going to take the easy route. And the reason why, I'll explain it to you now. The Chillicothe layout, if I put it on this wall this way, right now I don't have any representation of the yard really. And Chillicothe, when I have a train that I build in the yard and go out and switch and come back, I can't really get underneath the overpass all the way. There's only like 3 or 4 cars can go underneath that overpass because it runs into the wall. So if I put the Chillicothe layout where the Oak Hill layout is, move the Oak Hill layout to the other wall, basically this area right here, that where the south end staging is right now, that will be the connection between the two layouts. It will represent the west end of Chillicothe, which is where the yard is. So when I run Chillicothe, I can have trains completely disappear. I can still put that overpass there if I want to, have trains completely disappear into that staging yard. I put Oak Hill over here, then that eliminates the need for that staging yard that goes onto the bookshelf, because the connection track between the two layouts will represent the north end staging. I don't need any staging on the east end of Chillicothe. So I won't need this track. I'm trying to put my finger. I won't need that staging yard there, because there's nothing farther east of Chillicothe past wherever in Union Spring. Just goes through farmland, crosses the river. You know, nothing I need there. So I don't need that. I may extend it a few inches just to help the switching out a little bit maybe, but probably won't. I don't really need it. The only challenge to this whole idea, besides moving them, as you can see where the door is, it angles a little bit. So I'm going to have to put the Oak Hill layout to the left of that angle by a few inches to make sure that there's plenty of room to get in and out the door. And also, I have to make sure I don't go too far that way, because if I do get that corner down there, I won't have enough room to make a curve to connect the two layouts. So the placement of the Oak Hill layout is going to be critical. I've got a little bit of room on the Chillicothe layout, which is going to go here. You know, I can go this way. You know, I go to the left a few inches, the right a few inches, not a big deal. But the Oak Hill layout, the placement is going to be critical if I want to make those connection tracks. So I think that, you know, and I can, you know, run both of them at the same time if I want to. But I probably won't, because that's just not the way it was. A train from Chillicothe never went to Oak Hill and switched. But, you know, the possibility is there, you know, for a longer run if I want to. So when I first thought of the idea, of course, the easiest thing to do would just be to take down the mirror, move those lamps, you know, those wall shelves, put the Chillicothe layout up there, try to connect them. But I think that I'm going to move Oak Hill. So I'm going to do it in stages. My first stage, after I get this wall clean, is to take the Oak Hill layout down and put it in the garage. Leave the brackets up, move the Chillicothe layout in here on those brackets. Then I can take the brackets down in the other room, put them on this wall, and put the Oak Hill layout on those brackets. And that way I can be sure that they are, you know, perfectly level with each other, and they'll be able to, you know, connect them pretty easy. So I think in the long run it's going to be a neat idea. Another benefit of having them both in the same room is, you know, I've got one car storage area. I won't have to be carrying cars back and forth between the two layouts. You know, if I have a friend over, one can switch Oak Hill, the other one can switch Chillicothe, won't interfere with each other, you know, if we want to do that, or we could have one person be a brakeman, one person be an engineer, you know, it opens up a little bit of possibilities. So it's a win-win for her. Moving my Chillicothe layout in here gives her some space to hang paintings and artwork, and bringing it in here, I don't have to worry about, you know, keeping her space clean, and I can set up my laptop where you see the Apple computer there, and I can put my JMRI right there, or actually I could even put JMRI on this computer possibly, and use that computer screen for my switch lists, because I don't print my switch lists out. I just read them off the computer. You know, I'm not walking around the room switching. You know, everything is right there, and so I don't see any need to print them out and waste paper. I just do it completely off the laptop screen. So I could. This is a lot bigger than my laptop, so I could actually do the switching off that, and it'll be right underneath the Oak Hill layout. You know, I might have to move it out a little bit. So I think it's all going to work. Actually, the more I've thought about it, I sat in here and mulled over for a while and was thinking about the possibilities, the pros and cons, and I think it's going to work pretty well. It's just going to be a little bit of work on my part. So it's not going to happen in the next couple of days. You know, back to work tomorrow, and been working from home some, but starting February 1st, I'm actually going into work for 2 weeks, then I travel for a week. So I'll be pretty busy. But I'm still going to keep working on the brickyard for Oak Hill. I'm going to try to get started on that. And I'll get started on the yard office in Chillicothe also when I get my materials. So, you know, because I might even actually take a couple days off to do this. Usually, traditionally, I end up with way too many vacation days at the end of the year, and I'm just burning them in December just to take them. So I might even take a couple days off, the end of February or beginning of March, to knock all this out in one day. Pretty excited about it. Let me know your feedback on it. Don't have anything else to share right now. So sorry not having any trains running or anything. But my next video I will have a train running for you for sure on the Chillicothe layout. So everybody stay safe. Yeah, I can't do that to you. If you stuck it out this long, listening to me talk, I'm going to run a train for you just for a minute anyhow. All right, that's it, everybody. Stay safe.